Okay, folks, what you see on the screen is one of the ugliest logos I've ever seen in my life. That's right, folks. I have a total of 6 logos that we're going to show you on the screen today. I need you folks to take and comment down below. And we're going to talk about the history a little bit. We got some jokes, but hey, man, we didn't always have these super cool logos like you see with the Rams or the Eagles or the Dolphins, Chicago Bears. It wasn't always super modern, and futuristic looking, right? We had simpler stuff. This guy looks like a man and a dog had a baby. Providence Steamrollers. I never liked the Patriots as a Dolphins fan, but I guess, hey, it could have been worse. It could have been a steamroller. I mean, I don't know, man. What would you do if you were in the forest hunting some duck, Arrik, and you ran into this Providence Steamroller looking creature? Would you shoot it? Would you take a picture? What would you do?
Fold it in 1933, like the year that it was supposed to die. That thing had to get out of here, bro. That is fugly. That is a terrible looking steamroller.
Yeah.
I've never seen a steamroller look like this.
Yeah, I found before we go into the next logo, I want to talk about Stephanie, an upgrade from this one, of course. I was playing Madden. It must have been Madden 2012 or one of those older Maddens, and I was creating a team, and it was recommending teams that I could. As far as location, and I was like, oh, Providence. I used to live in Rhode Island. That's where I finished high school at, So I was like, oh, Providence had a team. They were called the Steamrollers, and didn't have this godforsaken satanic creature. God help us. Moving on to the next logo, Denver Broncos, the Bucking Bronco, 1966. Now, a couple things come to mind. It fits the time. It looks like a logo from 1966. This was probably a really cool logo if you read books like the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. But also it looks like someone gave this malnutrition horse poison. Like when the cartoons died and the X's on their eyes.
It's pretty hideous. Someone told a 3-year-old to write this horse out in an Etcher sketch.
Yeah.
And this was the final product.
Yeah.
Like where's
going down a bumpy road? Ugly. This is a freaking ugly logo. All right, moving on to the next one. It's a little more lighter, not so dark. I mean, look, we went from this satanic thing to I don't know, Bigfoot's lover to poison horses, and boom, a man in a steel mill kicking a football. Pittsburgh Steelers. This was their logo for, man, check this out, Arrik. 6 years, 1962 to 68. What do you think about this one, man?
Not bad. It lasted longer than a high school career. But I would look at that piece and I would say Monopoly. I mean, I'd be that character if I were to pull it out and have a Steeler logo. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I like this one. This is my favorite one for the night, man. I get Hanna-Barbera cartoon vibes, like the days of Birdman, Space Ghost, Johnny Quest. I'm going somewhere, Speed Racer. Watch people in the comment section, freaking old heads. Speaking of the people in the comics, hit that subscribe button, guys. And then also my guest of today's show is Time Out with Arrik Wren. I'm gonna have all social stuff down below. We still stick around, guys. We got 3 more logos and they're all kind of ugly. I think one of them's still cool. We're gonna talk about it. Let's get into the next one, okay? But follow my guy Time Out with Arrik Wren and hit that subscribe button here too while you at it. There we go. Boom. Keebler Elves. So this was a 10-year logo. Cleveland Browns, and 1959 to 1969. This was the team logo. I like this one. It's kind of cool, man. There's not a whole lot of things that brighten your day in Cleveland. What do you think about this one, Arrik?
Hey, at least it stands proud. I'm looking at the little, Grinch legs, Keebler elf vibes face. It's got the bangs before they were popular. So really, it's a logo that was ahead of its time.
Love it, man. I love it. Now, honestly, look, man, I think they should have kept this, maybe modernized it, because then they just went to a blank helmet. And no, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of nostalgia and Americana in it, and I got mad love for Browns fans. I would say probably a quarter of my subscribers are probably Browns fans. Shout out to y'all.
So I kind of get a vibe that the Green Goblin from Spider-Man.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. You ever see those Marvel helmets reimagined as NFL teams?
Exactly.
I like where you're going with this. I like where you're going with this. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
cool, man. I really want some. I like the cookies with the fudge, the Keebler Elf cookies with the fudge.
Ooh.
This is the next one right here. Here we go. This one is low key hilarious.
Okay.
So from 1962 to 1969, the St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, that's right. Once upon a time, they were in St. Louis. I understand St. Louis is allergic to NFL teams, but yeah, man. Before they were in the card for the Arizona Cardinals. They were in the city of St. Louis, and actually, this one's kind of cool. That's a really buff. That's a really buff Cardinal, man. I mean, you got the arch in the background, but I can dig it, man. I think it's pretty cool, man. What do you like this one or no?
It's kind of cool, kind of awkward in the sense that like it almost feels like Dr. Stretch is in that costume. It looks disproportionate to me.
Yeah,
But hey, Cardinals aren't known for running, they're known for flying, unless they're playing against us. Well, then I lie again because they beat our butts last year. But yeah, no, the logo's different. The arch in the background, I get what they're coming from. I'm not sure it was necessary. I almost would have rather just had the Cardinal itself.
yeah, and to say what you're saying, to go off what you're saying, they did have it solo by itself, but it lasts even less time than this. I think it was this one first, and then shortly after they had the Cardinal just running, but it was only for like 3 years or something like that. So very interesting.
Interesting.
This reminds me of the guy who only does upper body workouts, and he has chicken legs.
Dang. Or
Yeah, he has
Cardinal
like an
legs
Arnold
in this
Schwarzenegger
situation.
body, and Ben Stiller legs or something. I don't know.
Because we're
All
better than you, and we know it.
right. It couldn't have been that much more better because they went to Arizona and left St. Louis. All right. Before we move to the last logo of the day, comment below. What's your favorite logo? What's the ugliest logo? Yeah, talk to us, man. Maybe you have some history that you'd actually like to share, man. We will meet you down in the comment section, man. We love chatting with the fans of the show. And then also, before I show you this last logo, hit that subscribe button and the bell for the alerts. And then my guest of today's show, I have his name and info right there. That's his Twitter handles right there. Timeout with Arrik. And if you want to follow him, subscribe to his YouTube channel. That's it. Last logo of the day. Here we go, Arrik.
Ooh,
Green Bay Packers.
Okay, got a little bit of Notre Dame vibes.
Yeah, man, I like this. I feel like it's almost like a CFL team, man, or something that's different, man. The G and the B, they go across each other, man. Usually don't see that, right? But 1937, man, so we're talking 13 years, 1937, 1950. This was the first year, 1937, that it's my understanding that they became the Green Bay Packers. They used to be called the Acme Packers. So they had changed the name, I'm assuming locations and all that, and they became the Green Bay Packers. And they did have blue in their logo. Mm-hmm. Now they have the green and yellow, which is cool. I used to think it was just so ugly growing up, but man, I think it's kind of cool now because the Americana, the story behind it, and I like logos with stories. This tells me a story. But obviously, people are going to want a little something more. So what do you think about this one, Arrik?
I like it. It's simple. Kind of gives like a very strong stance is what it looks like. Very firm. It's kind of iconic, like the Notre Dame logo is what it kind of brings the vibes to me. The fact that it lasted 13 years, I guess somebody liked it for a while, unlike some of the other logos that we had earlier. But yeah, it's not too bad. Kind of stands out. I do think the modern logo is an upgrade from this one. I do agree with you. The story behind it. And I think the modern one more embodies the people of Wisconsin. Shout out to Jake.
I love it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys would like us to do another part 2 follow-up with Arrik and I, man, we're busting down some of the, and we'll do even more logos. If you want more, comment below, let us know. This was our recap. This was the ugliest one. This is
by far.
If there was a racist dog, like if the Klan had a dog, like just saying slurs to people, this is it. It's from the deep north, not deep south, Providence, Rhode Island. This is ugly, bro. And man, PETA don't like this one.
Not one bit.
This is my favorite one right here.
Yep.
Followed by this one. It's pretty cool. This one got a story to it, and then this one's all right. But yeah, that's my thoughts, man. Comment below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Don't forget to comment below, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.